Hey everyone, it's Trevor. Welcome to another episode of the Weight Loss War podcast. It is Monday, December 16th. As usual, we're going to start off with our quote. Today's is by Gabrielle Union, who said, "If you prioritize yourself, you are going to save yourself." Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this quote specifically today is because I have had trouble, especially last week, with taking care of myself. Not in a drastic way, but I hadn't been very good at my meal prep. What I was doing is I would wake up, eat something quick for breakfast, and get to work. And I would be out the door by 5:45, 5:50, and wouldn't bring lunch. The problem with that is, of course, I wasn't prepared. And when you plan to fail, no, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail, as the saying goes, right? So, two things happen. When I get to work, I either feel hungry around, 11:30 or 12, go and get something fast food, something junk related and overeat, or I end up working through lunch and getting to a point where I know I'm going to eat with my wife later. We have plans, and then I don't eat and end up starving and not getting the nutrients I need throughout the day. And as I was contemplating this, I was wondering why I allowed myself to get to that point. What made me fail in these two, opposite but fundamental ways? And the key was I wasn't planning out my day. I didn't plan out what I was going to eat for lunch. And because of that, I either failed to get the nutrients I needed or ended up eating junk and way too much of it. So, as I was thinking how to fix this, how I should overcome, or what I needed to do to be better, I knew I needed to plan better. Whether that's making sure I have leftovers from the night before, whether I have a plan for lunch, whether I know I'm going to get something and where to go and to get something healthy, I need to be better. And that's not an easy thing to admit, and that's not an easy thing to do. Meal planning is hard. It's never been something I've been good at. Whenever I have tried to meal prep, I've gone and gotten food every day, or not food every day. I've gone to the store and I prepared something and then I cooked a couple of things and ate it the first day and then maybe ate something the second day, but after that, all of the food went to waste. I was never good at eating it. I never wanted to eat it. It was never good enough for me to continue. And because of that, I ended up wasting food. So I've kind of defaulted to I'll either go and get something from a restaurant that's healthy if I make a plan, or I will have whatever my wife makes me, or has made either my wife or I, not that she always cooks. You know, sometimes I try and be helpful too. But anyway, I digress. What I would do is try and prepare something the night before, or make sure I have a plan to go and get something healthy and that I've made that decision beforehand. Or at least something that fits within my macros. As you know, I like the macro diet as opposed to any other kind of nutrition plan. So try and get something that helps me meet my macros. But without that plan, I default to the easiest thing or to whatever I'm craving or you know, you get to what is easiest or what you're most familiar with, or something that doesn't necessarily meet your goals. So I guess my encouragement today for all of you in this hopefully short podcast is to make an emphasis on preparing. Prioritize yourself, prioritize your health so that you can save yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, if you aren't serious about it, just like if I'm not serious about it, then we're not going to change. We're not going to see those positive things, and no one's going to do it for us. If we don't do it, then we aren't going to be saved or make progress in our health goals or anything. So don't forget to plan and take mindful steps. And I guess that's, mostly to me, that is my advice to me and my advice to everyone else. Because when you aren't doing it, that's when you notice, that's when you see the negative effects. You start seeing your weight go up, you start seeing your body composition change, you start losing track of what helped you get your results in the first place, what helped you with your success. So let's take time, let's figure it out, let's do what we need to do to be successful, and that means planning. So I'll leave it there. Sorry that sounded a lot more preachy than I meant it to be. I guess it's just what I needed to hear for myself today. So passing that on to you. I will be back tomorrow. Appreciate y'all for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is trevor@ultimatemedicalweightloss.com. Thanks.